The money rig, mate, eh?
Yeah, gonna catch me a 50-pounder.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ben from Parker Baits, and you join me with Luke, my little mate, and we're back for revenge, mate, ain't we, this time?
Yeah.
And hopefully we can catch an absolute nosser.
Hopefully.
We're on B1, we're in the middle part of the lake. We've been waiting for pegs, we've only just got our rods out temporarily. There's a gentleman leaving behind us. The plan of action, Luke's going to get in his pen in his peg because the wind is absolutely smashing to the left of us, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So you join us on our journey for the next 48 hours, and hopefully we're going to bring you with us, show you what we're doing, and hopefully get some nosser pigs on the bank, mate, eh?
50-pounder on the bank.
50-pounder on the bank. So there it is. Just before we start this video, guys, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and hopefully myself and Luke can bring you an absolute banger. Peace out.
Right, just taking the camera off, Ben. Just going to show you what we're doing. It's very muddy, as you can see. Ben's fishing out there. I'm fishing temporarily, as Ben said, just out there with a solid bag, and one is on a PVA mesh. But I thought I'd keep you in a bit of a loop here. When we turned up, got some bad news off Connor. He was saying how he had his bivvy right in here, and the wind's taken it away, and he's actually broken his bivvy. Poles are snapped and all. So, as you can see, very muddy, very windy. As we come over here, you got Ben, and in a second, I'll show you my swim. He's tipping it down.
We sort of got your bivvy semi set up. The gentleman's left behind, but look at it out there. Absolutely smashing it down. The camera really isn't doing it justice, but look at it, mate. I know Luke's already touched base here with that mud, but it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Rod's out though. We're going to wait till it sort of semi-stops, mate, and then set you up, haven't we?
Yeah, get my bed chair and stuff in.
Happy days. Happy blooming days. Right, wow, believe it or not, it's still raining out there. It's absolutely horrendous. I always seem to pick these horrendous weathers, but the pressure's very good tonight. The wind's continuing till Friday in these pegs. It's battering us, so hopefully that pushes the fish with it. I've just got my rods out. I didn't get any footage of that, guys, because it's so wet out there, and I don't want to damage my new camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly turn you around. I'm going to quickly go out there because I want to keep you in the loop. I'm going to get wet for you. Look at this, mate. Look at it. Rods are there. I'm raised up. Luke's are still over there at the minute, but he's going to be moving behind my bivvy in a second because he's only got 10-foot rods, and then he can pull them around the corner there. Now, 2 rods on the money, 24 wraps, absolutely on the money. I've got a zig 27 wraps just over there, just on the end of the bit that comes round. So yeah, obviously an array of Parker Baits. I'll touch on that, I'm sure, tomorrow over the next couple of days, but for now we're going to be doing some foodie bits in a minute. It's absolutely soaking. I'm getting covered already. Lukey boy's in there. Happy days. Hammer it down, but what we cooking, my mate?
Burgers.
Burgers this evening. We're lucky, ain't we? We've got some lovely burgers.
No Big Daddy sauce tonight. We got a classic tomato ketchup.
And what he's getting at there, guys, last video, me and Lukey, we went to Oxley's, mate, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you brung the daddy sauce with you. That's your favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, daddy sauce.
He brung that with him when he was putting on all of his food, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. There you are, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Happy days.
Nosser breakfast.
Nosser breakfast. It was lovely seeing them happy. But yeah, rod's out. I keep getting liners, mate, don't I, on that middle rod. That's got your name on it, innit, if that runs off?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Come on the burgers, mate, and hopefully come on the cart.
50-pounders.
50-pounders. So we are ready. And in the background there, Connor give us some bits, didn't he? What was it?
Yeah.
Chocolate porridge.
Chocolate porridge.
You want to give that a go? How many pots?
4.
4 pots.
4 nosser pots.
Nosser pots. Nice roll. And a burger. Lovely jubbly, mate. That looks naughty.
With the classic tomato
The
sauce.
classic. What you got there then, mate? Thoroughly enjoying that, ain't you?
A wok style soba teriyaki cup noodle.
Now Rob got me into these. Now I'm getting Luke into them. Very cheap, something you go down the shop, local shop, and get, which is perfect for me. And they taste absolutely banging. The darkness is coming in out there, and we're ready for some Nossa pigs, mate, ain't we?
Yeah, boy.
This little Lukey gone round now. Pitch black out there. I'm going to get my head down. We've both had a busy day. I've been up since early hours, going to the factory, getting bits done. But time for sleep. And I'll see you very soon. What a character that is. Funny old tail on him. I'm not going to say wrong proportion, but let's just say different proportion. It's been a windy night, mate. It's been a cold night. It's been a rainy night, innit?
Yeah.
We didn't get our rods out till late because obviously we were waiting till swims yesterday. But we're off the mark. 23
on the nose.
23 on the nose. Come on the Nossa pigs. That was on a bit of fake double corn actually, soaked in a flat spot, pricked to death in my front room, and I'll probably touch on that a little bit later. But yeah, what a character. Thank you very much to Parker Baits. Thank you very much to Linear Fisheries. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Slowly waddled off there, mate. You're next. 50 pounder, mate.
50 pounder.
50 pounder, baby.
Come
on the cart. Right, wow, that is the rod back out on the money. Lukey's back in his bivvy. I'm back in mine. Absolutely freezing. It is cold. Rod's, like I said, rod back out, topped out with a couple of spoms. Absolutely on the money. Really happy with them. One went wrong out of the 7. So really happy with them. I'm literally going to get some sleep now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because last night we had a lot of liners and a lot of sounds that sort of up, you know, sort of half awake, and this morning come and then I had that screamer. So yeah, I am pretty lagging, to be fair, after yesterday, and obviously I know I mentioned yesterday I had an early night-ish, and then obviously throughout the night didn't get much sleep, so I recharge for a couple of hours, and then I'm sure we'll hopefully we can pick one up again in the next couple of hours, but then we'll have some foodie bits this morning. I'm sure Luke's going to touch on some bits. Yeah, a lot to come in this video, so stay tuned. Well, I've been up a while now, and you don't believe who's in front of me, my mate Ash, and someone I think you've briefly seen on the channel before. So the day, the video that I had Eric's on, he was in the peg before me doing a Burner's Cup or something. So yeah, he's in front of me now with his dad, and I haven't fished with these two in probably about 15 years. I think it was like 2007, 2008, 2009, around that sort of time. But Lukey's redone his rods behind us this morning. We're also buzzing because we found a couple of spoms. I won't say what they look like or the colour, because I know someone's going to go, that's my spom, in the comments down below. But breakfast we're going to have soon. I'm going to redo my rods, but I'm not going to redo them just yet. But yeah, it's going to be a pleasure this session to be next to Ash. I haven't been next to him in a long time. We've been planning, we've been trying to get a trip in for months and months and months, and it's sort of happened very weirdly, but we're here. So yeah, I'll touch base with you when we have some breakfast very soon, and I'm going to redo the rods after breakfast, I think, and then go from there. Happy blooming days.
Breakfast is on the go, isn't it?
Breakfast is on the go, mate. We're having bacon, aren't we?
Yeah, Nossa sandwiches to go with a 50-pound Nossa.
And what do you call it?
Classic Tommy K.
The classic Tommy K. There we go, mate. Lovely jubbly.
Just put the eggs on now, haven't we?
Lovely jubbly, mate. We've got some Class A eggs there, the same ones we use in the factory.
Hey, 9 eggs in a kilo.
Fresh, 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 baby. Nice, mate. Right, so you join me in Lukey's swim, and he's going to talk you through now his mix and exactly what you're doing here, mate. And this is on your margin rod, is that right?
Yeah, this is my margin rod down the left-hand side. Since we got here, the wind and the water's just been smashing into that side. So I thought I'd do a bit of a mix.
Yeah. So what we got here then, mate?
So we got hemp.
Kicking it off with a hemp. Is that just straight up hemp?
There's some flat spot in there.
Yeah, so what flat spot is it then, mate?
Fruity flat spot.
Fruity flat spot, yeah, nice.
Got some 8mm pellets.
8mm pellets, yeah, lovely.
Got some different size boilies in both the fish and the fruit and that.
Lovely, crikey, you got some old school dumbbells now.
Yeah.
Lovely. Look at them,
And
mate.
then we got a whole load of chops and boilies. I feel very confident in chops. It's one of my favourite things, really, because it's got all the different sizes, and when the fish numb down, they don't know what to expect. And with the boilies, the hemp and the pellet all together, I just think they're clueless.
Got a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
So I'll let you mix this up then, mate, and then
Yep.
then you can show me the final product, shall we?
Yep. So this is my final mix, just mixed it all up. One thing I didn't mention was I added a bit of corn in there, as you can see, because it was a bit of a no-brainer really. Ben had his fish on a double yellow corn, so I thought the best thing to do was to put some corn in there for the margin.
Happy days, good man. So that's on your margin rod.
Yep.
And then what you're going to do on your right hand rod, mate? 'Cause which one
I found a little spot.
yeah, how many wraps?
15 wraps out.
15 wraps out.
15 wraps out, straight forward to a big tree I could see. So in the dark, obviously you can't see the lake. So if I find a tree that I can see during the darkness, I feel I can get it on the spot every
So as long
time.
as you
really.
line up with that tree, you know you're fishing on the money every time. Very clever,
Exactly
mate.
that,
Very,
yeah.
very clever, and a very good way of fishing.
Yeah, exactly that.
So there it is, a little bit more of an insight on how Lukey makes his mix. Luke, thanks very much, mate, and I'll give you a fist bump. I'm going to get khaki hands now. Well done, mate, and hopefully we catch a Nosser pig tonight. Get in there, my man.
Just thought I'd take the camera off Ben for a bit. Just wanted to say thank you to someone you've probably seen a few times on the channel. It's Garrod. He kindly gifted me these waders. So thanks a lot, mate. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure if we can get his Instagram on the screen here somewhere, it'd be, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. But got the rods out. Just prepped the bait as Ben was showing you. Got one spot down in the margin over there where the wind's been hacking in, and one 15 wraps out straight forward with my tree marker. So fingers crossed, come on the carp. Let's go see what Ben's doing.
Wow, it's, that crosswind is absolutely horrendous alongside the mud that Luke's trying to wade through now. But we're making it happen, mate, aren't we? We're trying our
Yeah,
best.
we are.
It's not easy with a crosswind, but you got to do what you got to do. So, a bit of bait out tonight. Repeat the process of last night. Half-heartedly put my rods out, if I'm honest with you, last night, because obviously main priority was you getting you in your swim, mate. Wasn't
Yeah,
it, really?
it was, yeah.
What time did you get in? 7:30 by the time we
Yeah,
set your bivvy up
7:38.
and got everything out and
Yeah, about then.
flipped the bait out and used the throwing stick and done all the bits and bobs. But yeah, there it is. Probably thinking that ain't a spawn, Ben. No, because it's a wolf one. I was at the Big One show, the guys over at the stand, gentleman watches the videos, and he gave me this. And first time using it, and I've got to say, it's pretty good and flies through the air very well. It's also got a float at the end. This is the best thing. This is the best thing I've ever bought from Wolf. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's a Kevlar finger stool. Now I've fished and done spomming for a lot of years, and I've battered finger stools left, right and centre, whether they be Fox ones or whatever they may be, and they rip, and over a period of time you're buying them every couple of months because I'm out so much. This one is a new one, but I had one for 7 months last year and then I lost it. So I had to get another one at the Big One show this year. So massive shout out to Wolf for this. I've said about this in the channel before, and also for the spom as well. Sit back now, watch the water, a few more spoms out. Happy blooming days, mate, eh? Money.
Go on. Live take.
I say, line take. So just very quickly, a little tip as well, something I use a lot up here at Linear. So to be fair, a lot of where I'm fishing is obviously where you're standing. Now if I'm not in a big muddy position like this in a swamp tsunami of mud here, what I'd normally do is I put a point on the floor and I always put my foot in front of it if I want to fish absolutely on the point. But what I do is a lot, I'll stand my position forward, I'll stand back, because by doing that what you're doing is you're altering the distance of where that spom's landed, depending on where you hit clip. You can also do it with pushing tip forward and back, depending on where you hit clip is obviously going to move that forward and back. So also what that does is it spreads the bait a lot more uniform across boards. You've got a nice little carpet out there as opposed to absolutely on the money every single time, which is fine, but sometimes you don't want that. And that is one way of doing that, and an effective way of doing that without sort of undoing your clip, pulling a few foot out, putting your clip back on. You're better off just moving where you're standing. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to take the clip off. Either that or that gold one's playing up since Euro Aqua when the whole of them went in the drink. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys, and I'll touch base with you in a bit. This is utterly ridiculous. Look at it. And then you get out there and it turns into that. And then you got to get your rods without breaking your neck. So little Lukey's just come over, he's going to do a bit, so I'm going to borrow your spawn rod. I said, yeah, no problem at all. I said, do you want some out? No, I'm going to do it myself. So it's lovely that he can just get on and he tries and he does it. The reality is, he's a bloody good angler. He really is, you know. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. He's actually been fishing this week and he's already had a 20 this week out of his local water. So here's that fish on the screen, mate. Well done. And really nice to get back out on the bank with Luke. His angling every time I see him just gets better and better and better and better, and I'm sure he is going to be the next Tom Maker. So fair play, mate, and hopefully he catches a fish tonight. We're all gunning for him, and I'm hoping and praying I've got everything crossed in my body for a 30 or just a 20 something for him would be amazing. But I want to get it. He wants to do it himself, and I'd be exactly the same if it was me. And I know my mate Dave will be watching this. He's just putting in some hemp. Now Dave popped down to the factory. It's a good friend of mine, buys our bait and has done for a very, very long time, but he come down and give me some hemp, so that's what that is he's putting in the mix now. So Dave, thanks for your hemp, mate. I've been using it as well. It's bloody nice hemp as well, to be fair, so thanks very much, Dave. So you made your mix then, mate? Yeah,
second mix. First mix went on my margin rod, next mix for the spot out in the middle.
Got a bit of everything in there, mate. Some hemp, some corn, some boilie. Got a bit of everything, ain't you?
Chops. Got the lot.
Got the lot.
With some of the flat spot on there too.
Flat spot on there.
As you can see, there's a lot of...
Don't that look naughty, mate?
Yeah. So hopefully this is going to catch me. 50 pounder.
50 pounder. The Beast of Brasenose is coming tonight. Fingers crossed, mate. Right, well, I'll let you get that them spoms out, mate. Fair play to you. Pick our days, don't we? Blue skies over the back. Mental.
Hailstones.
That was mental, mate, wasn't it? Crazy. Where did that come from?
Hopefully the same place as the 50 pounder.
Right, well, quick update, and I've just punched 2 zigs out. I keep seeing fish right off the back, so I've pushed it to the limits. And I've got 2 zigs out there right in that middle body of water. Really, really give it to them in regards to the chuck. It's quite a whack, but especially with that crosswind. But I got through it, and I got my line lay 100%. Rods are on the pod, and then what I've done is I've repositioned all of them. So then I've got the my left hand rod now is still back on the spot. I've just made sure I'm 100% with it. So I've got left hand rod on the bottom, middle rod on a 7-foot zig, right hand rod on a 9-foot zig, which is what Rob was having them on beginning of last week. So they are coming out on zigs. I know they're coming out on zigs because I've seen it with my own eyes. So fingers crossed I can nick a bite and then maybe drop back onto bottoms tonight, or maybe even keep a couple of zigs on, because again, Rob had his, he had a few in the day I think, but I had a few at night on black foam. So fingers crossed. Here's little Lukey that behind me. You ready for it tonight then, mate?
Oh yes.
All ready to catch a big boy?
Yeah, that's so.
You reposition your margin rod, didn't you? And it looks spot on, doesn't it? Everything just looks...
Yeah, got my right hander out in the middle sorted as well. Got some good spoms on there.
Put about what, 20 spoms?
About 20, yeah.
You reckon? Give or take,
about 20, I reckon.
That's it. You just need to get your slightly smaller spom rod, don't we, mate? Because the 13 foot is not great for you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get the extractor one to match my rods.
Yeah, nice. So he's going to get a little short, stumpy spom rods, so he can then
Match.
He fishes on the money anyway, but he'll be spomming on the money as well, won't you, mate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy. Right, well, that is the rods rejigged. I'm absolutely covered because I've been spomming the last sort of 25 minutes, maybe 40 minutes actually. I've given him a bit of bait. I've given him the rest of the bucket. So loads of different stuff. Fruit and nut. There was some 18 mils, some 14 mils, and 10 mils I even had on there. My last little bit of 10 mils I had loads of Himalayan pink rock salt, some sweet corn, some hemp. Literally a whole buffet for them, and I put that right on the spot. I put 3 rods on the spot. I've taken my zigs off. I'm going to hope that they've come in tonight. Gentleman up the bank from had 16 last night, right up. So what's that? 6 pegs up or 5 pegs up. So that would be just to the left of the causeway of where that was fishing, and they had fish as well because I see them bagging up or clubbing them throughout the night because you can see their torches keep coming on. So yeah, I'm going to sit back now and hope and pray that myself and Lukey can catch
A Nossa pig.
a Nossa pig, mate.
Oh,
How are you feeling, mate?
Buzzing.
Buzzing for it? Confident?
Yeah, really reckon we're gonna get them tonight.
Good, good,
We're gonna
mate.
have a good few.
Keeping positive. We're going to eat some good food later, haven't we? We've got some
Yep.
rustler burgers, I think. We've got all
Russell's
sorts of
burgers,
things.
yeah.
So yeah, lovely, lemon, jubbly, mate.
As you can see over here, Ben is redoing his rods. Reason for that is we've gone over to his rods just to check on them because we heard a lot of beeping coming from them, and turns out the leads have actually moved, and he was meant to be fishing along with this tree, and his right hander, which was over here, had moved all the way over here due to the wind. So he's just getting them back out again, and hopefully it won't happen again. Here you can see, just getting his left hander out, his 3rd rod of 3 cast. Hopefully he hits the spot nicely. What do you reckon about that one, mate?
Coming out nice, mate.
For sure.
I got them out. I've been playing about with them all day, and to be honest with you, I've not been getting them out very well all day because of the wind. It's the first time all 3 of them have went out first time, so yeah, happy day.
Hopefully brings on a Nossa pig.
Nossa pig tonight. I'm going to leave it at that, mate. Hopefully, these rods ain't coming in till the morning. Fingers crossed, yeah, fingers crossed. Dinner time, baby.
Russell's burgers.
Russell's burgers, mate. All the sauces and stuff over here, we're going to give them a go. Something quick and easy. Get back to the fishing. How we do then, mate?
Good.
What you got?
Russell's burger with the sauce, with the cheese, bit of extra bacon.
Woohoo!
Nossa dinner. Nossa dinner for a Nossa 50.
That's it, mate. We got sausages, beans. I don't even know what them balls are. It's going to be nice though, mate, in a roll, isn't it?
Yeah, a roll or
Bit of bread.
butty.
Or a butty.
Butty.
Nice butty. What you got there, mate?
Sean the chef. Rocky Road.
A big shout out to Sean the chef. His Instagram and details are at the top of the screen right here. Lovely jubbly. So I've just sat down and grabbed the camera. If I come out here, they've been showing like bloody dolphins over the back there, but they're slowly moving, and it looks like Ziggy shows, just like they're moving really quickly. So immediately I've put a zig on and I've punched it on this tree here, which is in the middle of the spot. Right hand rod, but middle of this sort of peg. And hopefully when the fish pull over, I can nick something or pick something up. But yeah, it's been mega the last hour. It's been absolutely crazy. Everybody starts spomming, going nuts when they start seeing them. You can see them. And I think sometimes that has an effect. It sort of pushes them. I've seen it before up here for sure, and I know a lot of other people have. And next thing you know, in that middle bowl again, they've moved. So hopefully that is the case tonight. And them rods there absolutely melt off. and Beast of Brasenose on the end. I'm not asking for much. Well, good morning, and I didn't do an outro before bed last night. There's Lukey next to me. Yeah, it's not great, mate, is it? It's not great. It didn't go to plan. Last night, alarms kept going off, being really annoying. And what it was is the wind was so aggressive, and when you got your tips down to stop the swans, obviously the what do you want to call it? The reeds were then getting caught on it, weren't they? And I was just getting constant beeps. I'm like, I need to reposition my rods. So I took my pod up, or my bank stick up, moved my rods into a different spot, moved the rods. Luke gave me a hand. He was brilliant, weren't you, mate? Absolutely brilliant. Moved them over, and then I looked at my lines, and my line lay just wasn't right. So I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I'm gonna have to redo them rods. I can't sit here all night and not know them rods are 100%. So what did I do? Reel them all back in. Again, give me a hand. Rewrapped them all up and redone them again. They went out absolutely beautiful. And actually, at that time, I think God or my nan was looking over me because the wind stopped for a little second, didn't it? And they went out absolutely beautiful. With that, then obviously we started seeing these fish over to our left. So if you're looking out of this peg, if you look to your right, and they were sitting over to the left of the causeway, if you're looking up the lake, and they were showing like absolute dolphins, mate, weren't they? What did you see?
Every second I could just see plop, plop, just jumping out of the water.
Constant.
But they wouldn't come much further than sort of 20 wraps away from us.
It's got to be about that, you're right.
Probably about that. So, did they come over our spot? No.
Nah, they didn't. He's right. You said that very well, mate. He's right. There were about 20 wraps, and they were sitting off the back of our spots. They were sitting off the back of the wind as it was coming across, and they've sort of moved, and I think they've moved back there, to be honest. The peg's just up from and become available. I would have jumped in them, but within seconds there's already people in them. I mean, I would have tried my luck in there for a couple of hours, because you could just about fish. That's 1, 2, 3 pegs up. You could just about hit the back of where they were showing yesterday. And then to finish it off, I had Connor text me this morning. What did he turn around and say, mate?
Beast of Brasenose came out at £54.
£54, and Luke's obviously bivvies directly behind me, and he said he woke up to me saying the Beast of Brasenose, didn't you? Yeah. So unfortunately it wasn't one of us catching it, but a lady caught it with a family down there, I think, and it's their first time fishing linear from what I know. And if you are watching this video, you ever do watch this video, massive congratulations. That's a big deal, that is, you know, a £54 a day ticket. Fish doesn't come out every week, it really doesn't. I think it's quite a clever fish, to be honest. I think it comes out very similar weeks throughout the year, because I watch it. Hence why I was up here this session and we kept banging on about the Brasenose, and are we down, it's come out again. It seems to be as 3 times I've been up here now, on the day it's come out. And I've seen it as well. I haven't seen it this particular trip, but it's come out. So yeah, congratulations to you, massive well done. You know, it is a big fish, and anybody with a PB in England with a £50 plus is yeah, it's just definitely got bragging rights, to say the least. So what we're gonna do then, mate? We're gonna.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest.
I said to him, what we'll probably do is, I said, if you want to see the rest of the complex, maybe we could have a look round, but we're fishing for fish that just aren't in front of us at the moment. You know, if I've done everything, I've literally done everything in my power here. I know B1, I know the lake, and the fish just aren't in front of us, and that's what it is. And I'm not in a position to just move. It's busy, it's really busy. Like I just said, the peg out in front of me, within 2 minutes, it's been taken. So you can only do so much here at Linear. But again, massive congratulations to the person who's had the beast. Massive fish. But I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Again, apologies, just want the longest video in the world, but it's not over yet. There still is time, mate. There still is time, isn't there? You've got your rods out.
Hopefully.
We give it a good couple more hours and then sort of go from there, really. But
yeah,
it's not like I can even say to him. I said to him about B2. B2's got a fully lake exclusive. Now that's good for a bite. It was good for a bite last week when I was up here, but again, it's getting in the pegs where the fish are. So like I said, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm going to touch base with you later on, definitely before we pack up. And like I said, it's not over yet, so fingers crossed. So we got more rain, the wind's turned, but Luke's happy because he's got his eggy roll over there, mate. You're happy, aren't you? Started packing the car over there. It's a loading point, offloading, unloading, uploading, whatever you want to call it. Both of our bivvies, an absolute mess. One fish to sort of, for our efforts, it's not great, is it really? It really isn't. Nothing in this peg, nothing in this peg's come out, nothing in this peg's come out. They've come out from these pegs over here and these pegs over here. Nothing from this peg, nothing from this peg. Even the point ain't done any fish. but the pack of fish was over there last night when I was watching them. Unbelievable. One after the other, after the other, and they moved, but they were set off, the wind was obviously coming across, so they were set off the back of the wind, sort of across there, and I don't think they quite got across. But like I said, it is what it is. But I've never, ever, ever had to deal with mud like this before. Look how thick that is. That's your shoe holes where you're going in, or your boot holes, whatever you're going to say. It's like, and you don't get them back out. As you found out, mate, it was a couple of times you got your feet stuck, wasn't it? Wasn't there?
Yeah.
He's still smiling, and that's the main thing. That's what I love about Luke. But he understands that's fishing, and it is what it is. And there is going to be times you go out and you don't catch things. There is going to be times that it's hard, but there is times that you go out and you have it off. But there's his little rods there. Got a lovely setup. What an angler he is. He's brilliant, really is. I really have not had to help him out with much since I've been here, because he knows what he's doing massively. So yeah, thumbs up for me. Well, unfortunately, it hasn't happened this session. We nicked one, but it hasn't been great, mate, has it?
No, not at all.
Right, so there it is. Again, I hope you've liked this video. Me, myself, and obviously Luke have brung you something a little bit different, a little bit entertaining, and obviously some cool foodie bits in there as well. Again, like I said, the fisher wasn't on our side. Massive shout out to obviously Parker Baits, and it's been brilliant because the bite that I did have obviously come on fat spot, soaked. And I've done this ages. I prick all my baits. I sit there for hours at home with a needle, and I prick all my bait so it pulls into that bait that little bit more. I might only be 2%, but that's 2% extra on the bank. That's giving me an edge. And that was soaked in the tooty. It was in the fruity flat spot. Not the monster crab. I got a tub of both, and that's what done the do this session over that baited spot.
Just before it ends, just like to say another quick thank you to Garrod for my waders.
Hey.
But see you next Sunday, 7:30.
There you go. Sunday, 7:30. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you all soon.